Hello and welcome. In this lesson, we will briefly familiarize ourselves with the Excel interface. I have just opened Excel. This is Excel 2019. If you have 2016, 2013, 2010, it is basically the same with very minimal differences. So whatever I explained to you using my own Excel 2019, you are going to get a similar interface on your own computer, even if it is not 2019. Yeah, so as you can see here, the Excel have several layers. At the top here, as you can see, is the Excel tabs. You have the Insert tab, you have the Draw tab, you have the Layout tab. Each tab envelopes a ribbon. Each tab envelope a ribbon. So here you have the ribbon. And then in the ribbon you have groups of application, groups of Excel tabs or buttons that have similar functionalities. For instance, if you look at the fonts group, the fonts group has everything to do with fonts, whether it is the size or the coloring. The alignment group have things to do with aligning whatever it is we are typing. And then the general group, you can see currency, you can see percentages, and on and on and on. As we go on in the class, we would be able to get familiar with each and every member of the group. All right, here we have the quick access bar. This represents those things that you use the most. All right, and then it is easily customizable. If you want to add to any of these, you can add. If you want to remove from any of them, you can remove. As you can see, there's an arrow here. If you click on this, all these items that are checked are the ones that we found here. If you check email, for instance, email, is attached here. If you are the one that's, quick, that prints documents, especially Excel documents, frequently, you want to place it on the quick access toolbar. All right. And then next to it is the name box and the formula bar. We'll talk about this as we move on. And then here is the work area. The work area for Excel. That is what is referred to as the Excel sheets. It looks like the leaves of an arithmetic book or a mathematics exercise book. It is lined and divided into rows and columns. The rows are numbered from 1 to over 1 million. All right, and the columns have letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and on and on. So this represents rows, right? And then we have columns represented by letters. Now, in the spreadsheets, in the sheets, the smallest unit of a sheet is the cell. When you click on this, it gets activated. And as you can see, each cell have a peculiar reference number. Like this one is cell A1. If I click on this, it's cell B1, meaning it is lying on column B, row 1. If I click on this, that is cell A5. It is lying on column A, row number 5. As we move on, you'll get familiar with all this. If you come down here, you will see that we have sheets. All right, that is where we can increase the number of sheets that we work with. All right, for instance, if we want to add to these sheets, we just click this plus sign here. It has added sheet 2. If you click on it again, it has added sheet 3. So what I want you to do is to double click, to right click on the sheets, and this one pops up. Try it on your system, and then let us rename that particular worksheet. Rename, and then I type my test sheets, worksheets. Okay, on the second sheet, click on it, right click, and also rename it. Let's say my data. And on the third sheet, also click on it, right click, and rename it as my charts. My charts, C-H-A-R-T, my charts, and click out. If you have been able to do that, you have just successfully created 3 worksheets and also named each of the sheets. Now, before we call it a day on this particular introductory class, if you click on the first cell here, okay, hit on the equal sign, type 1 plus 1, and then hit enter. What did you get? You got 2. If you got 2, congratulations, you have just performed your first mathematical equation using Excel. I will see you in the next class.